Hey there, and welcome to this episode of Stand Up Leaders. My name is Chris Baker, and I'm going to teach you 3 essential leadership skills that can help you get promoted in 2025. Now, before we get started, if you haven't already done so, please click the subscribe button below. That helps us get these messages out to even more people. Also, if you like the video, give it the thumbs up and like it. Put some comments in there to let me know what you're thinking. If you've got any questions, what was your aha moment from this? And maybe what's something that you can apply, that you can either change in your life or you need to teach somebody else. And then if you think of anybody else that is interested, please share this video. So let's get started. And just so as you know, as with last week, I'm sort of building on the book that I published this year, Promotion Made Simple, Your Year-Long Plan for Career Growth. And the reason I wrote this is because my day job is actually teaching leaders at Disney. So all the way from hourly cast members that want to be leaders, so what we call our Aspiring Emerging Leaders program, all the way through to senior leaders that are looking to become executives. And so I realized that I wanted to help more people. I've been wanting to help more people, and I think this is a great way of doing it. So I wrote this book as a way to do that. I've also got coming up in the next couple of weeks a 90-day career growth accelerator program. So watch out for more details about that. So when we look at that in the book, I list out there are like about a dozen, 15 leadership skills that are essential. But today I'm just going to pick 3, right? And these are the 3 that I think that you are able to pick up and you are able to learn. And let me start this by saying that you aren't born a leader, right? Leadership skills are things that you can learn, things that you can grow, and honestly, things that you need to continuously invest time and effort in yourself to keep growing. Because leadership has not got a destination. Leadership is a journey. And what I mean by that is you will learn something, or you should be learning something every single day. I know I do that. I do that when I lead people. I do that when I teach the leadership classes. And that's what I'm hoping for you. Now, probably the most important leadership skill is communication skills. Now, we all communicate every single day. But when I talk about communication skills, what I'm looking about is making connections. Right. So making connections with other people to better understand who they are, how they act, how they respond, how they receive messages, so that you as a leader or a future leader can actually code your messages in such a way that everybody that you are communicating with decodes it and gets the same message. Now, here's the thing. I'm a DISC human behavior consultant, so I understand that we have all got different communication styles. And on any one particular day, we can vary between the 4 main communication styles. Now, when we talk about communication styles, I'm not asking you to change your personality. I'm not asking you to change who you are. It's merely look at how do you send that message in a way that it's going to be received, and the message will be understood by everybody that you're dealing with. In a class this week, one of the leaders actually made a comment that how do you get that message across when 90% of the team understand it and 10% of the team don't understand it? If you can't get that communication message across, honestly, it says more about you than it does your team. And that's part of leadership as well, is that self-awareness and that understanding. So think about it this way. I'm recording this on a Mac, but my work computer is a Windows computer. They both do the same thing, right? They will both get us online. They will both help us answer emails. They'll both help us build documents, build presentations, etc. However, if we take Office 365 as an example, if you have Office 365 for a Mac and you take that and you try and install it on a Windows PC, will it work? No, because the communication language is different. Therefore, you need to get an Office 365 Windows version to put on your Windows PC. Communication with individuals is exactly the same. You want to send out that message, you send it out as you feel, but if they don't receive it that way, it's not going to get through. This is why I also talk about leadership and communication skills. One of the key aspects of this, people will talk about applying the golden rule, right? Which is teach others as you want to be treated. When you're looking at communication skills and you're looking at leadership, honestly, that won't work. What you need to apply is the platinum rule. And the platinum rule says treat others as they want to be treated. So communication skills is paramount. That leads me on to another one, which is something that a lot of people are not necessarily comfortable with or familiar with, which is what we call emotional intelligence. One of the reasons for this is that it involves feelings, it involves emotions. And as human beings, we're taught probably not to show our feelings and emotions because that can be a sign of a weakness. I want to debunk that myth because that is actually a sign of strength. And emotional intelligence is all about empathy and understanding the other person. So it goes hand in hand with communication styles. So when you're looking at emotional intelligence and you're looking at that from a leadership perspective, it's building on the communication. So communication will help you connect. The emotional intelligence will help you understand how that person is feeling. It will help you to maybe build shared values so that you know what is the purpose of your team, what is the purpose of your organization, what are the values of your organization and team. And if you don't know that, that's something else that you need to develop and to grow. Then when you are working with your team, they know the expectations. They know that they need to behave in a particular way, or that team values certain things. And if it goes against their values, then they're probably on the wrong team. That will help you with recruiting and hiring too. You want to make sure that you get the right person that is a right fit for your team. That's not necessarily the person that is most skilled at the job that you're looking to hire for. Right? And again, we don't have time in these videos to go into all of this. I'm just introducing the concepts for you so you can understand what are some of these key things that you need to work on. Another one is innovation leadership. Let's talk about that. So what is innovation leadership? Well, we know that change is the one constant in our lives, right? It will never go away. And honestly, rightly so, because we always should be looking to strive for excellence and we should be looking for continuous improvement, not only in ourselves, but in our team's performance and in our organization's performance. Because if we're static, actually what we're doing is we're going backwards because other people will be moving forwards. So some people think innovation leadership is about you coming up with the ideas, you coming up with the innovative ideas. And honestly, as a leadership skill, I believe it's not that. I believe you should be encouraged that innovation and sharing an input from your team. I have an equation that I use in training. I call it simply the input equation. I'm not really too creative in terms of the naming of it, but I want it to be understandable. I want people to know what it means. So what is it? When you are looking to solve a problem or when you are looking to apply creative thinking, first of all, you seek input from your team. All right. Now you need to explain the why behind what it is you're looking to do. Why are we looking to do this? What is the benefits to us? What is the benefits to the larger organization? And then you get their input. Now, one of the ways you can do this is an activity that I use in the training called Yes And, where you go around the room and somebody comes up with an idea. And then as you go to the next person, the idea is that they will build on that idea. And so they can't say but, they need to say and. So what our standard reaction and instinct is to say yes, but that will never work because X, Y, Z. What we're looking at here is say yes, and we could maybe do this. And then it goes to the next person and say, that's a really good idea. And maybe we could do this. Right? And so as you go around the room, you're building on that initial idea. It's encouraging innovative, creative thinking, like outside of the box thinking. And you come up with a good solution that everybody has had input into. So what's next on the equation? Well, if everybody's had input to the suggestion, to the idea, what happens is they take ownership of that idea and then responsibility for carrying it out, which is great. Because they've got ownership and responsibility of it, they'll take more pride in making sure it's done and satisfaction in the results. And what happens then is naturally the results will improve. Now, the process, it's an evolving process. It doesn't stop there, because once you've got the results, or when you're going along, what you should be doing is reflecting and reviewing on what's happening, what's working, what isn't working. If something's working, what is it about that is working, and how can we replicate it? If it's not working, why isn't it working, and how can we overcome that? And so you start the whole process again and get that input, which creates the ownership and the responsibility, the pride, the satisfaction, and then increases your results again. So hopefully those 3 skills have helped you. If you want more information, in the description below, there are some links where you can get some free resources from me, or go to my website, www.standupleaders.com, where you can get more information, and you'll find information on the 90-day Career Growth Accelerator program that will be starting in April. There is a fee for that, but I guarantee you will get a ton out of it if you put the work in. So remember, again, subscribe, click the little bell to get notifications as my videos come out each week. Share this video with somebody else that you think would benefit from learning about how they can accelerate their career growth, how they can improve their leadership skills, and together we can change the world. And again, just give me a thumbs up, like the video, share, put comments in there. It helps us just get the message out to more and more people. So bye for now. Take care. I look forward to catching up with you real soon.